everybody, we are back and working the tarpaulin out. We left it up here for several days. It pulled some water here. Well, actually, I don't think it pulled water here, but it pulled water there and here in the front, and maybe a little tiny bit back there. So after several days of this being here and the wind or whatever working it and kind of stretching it out, we took and are retightening it now. So this is the final stretch, and now we can mark our little holes. 1, 2, 3. Put in 3 holes, so it's kind of adjustable here. We're going to put 3 holes in every one. So if one hole is too much this way, there's too much slack, we'll pull it down that way and get in the first hole. The center holes we're planning to be the correct hole, but we're going to put one on this side, one on this side, just so we can pull it tight or put loops through 2 holes and center it somehow. We'll come up with whatever we need to do when we need to do it. But right now we pretty much got it about as tight as we're going to get it, I think. The other thing, see where we got these little sags here? No matter what, we have this sag, but see there's a little crossbar right there? We're going to tie a rope from there over to there and pull it tight, and that'll lift that up and make like a little support there, and so it won't sag so much. And the same with these. We can tie from here to across there. We can do ropes underneath here to pull everything nice and tight and kind of lift up where the little sags are so that we don't collect water. And we're in the ocean too, so it's going to be rocking. It's going to be dumping the water and dumping it and dumping it. So that's a natural means of getting water out of here, is just rocking of the waves. So I got a chair, got a piece of cardboard, and we're going to use that for me to stand on, because I can stand here, but I'm kind of angling backwards in order to kind of draw little circles on there, so I don't want to be dangling over the side and fall off or slip or something. So hopefully that chair is tall enough, and we will get to it now. So we are going to start marking. I got my handy dandy little felt tip pen. This end's got a fine point, which I'm going to use this here, and this got a thick point here, which I'm not going to use. Maybe I will use thick point. We'll see which one looks the best, but it's a dual end pen, fine and thick point felt tip pen, a magic marker like kind of a thing. So and this piece we're going to cut off here, and of course that piece we're going to cut off, and that piece and that piece. Then we're going to have them welded into a big square, and then we're going to use it to make other stuff, maybe tarpaulin coverage for this, or maybe curtains, side curtains. I don't think it's going to be side curtains. It may be a fish bag. I don't know if you've seen those insulated fish bags. They got like a zipper on the top, and they're folded like this, and there's a zipper here at the top, and then you unzip them. You put ice inside there, and then you drop your fish in there. They're about 4 feet or 5 feet long by about 18 or 24 inches high, and you can just stuff them, lay your fish down inside there. So I've already gave them the design for that, and they quoted me a price. So, but that price includes material. Well, I got material, so it'll change to labor, since I've already paid for this whole square rectangle. So I'm going to jump on the chair, and I'm going to start over here, and we'll be back with more marking little circles. Bye for now. All right, everybody, if you want to see what we're doing with the holes, you see right there, we got the 3 holes. There's 1, 2, and then 3. And they that one's not really lined up with the angle. I might want to move that one up a little bit, because they're kind of off center, but it's just to be able to pull this way, or if this one is perfect, then good. But if we need to loop something through here, whatever, and then every foot along the way we're going to have another hole. So pretty much every foot or 18 inches we're going to have more holes along the edge, so we can put a rope through there if we need to. So that is the plan. You can see those down there too. I got to see the holes marked there. So we're going to have those at 3 holes at every place, 2 inches between the outsides, 2 inches between the outside, and 2.5 from here up to here, because the edge will wind up being about here. So the stainless steel thing will stick past there, and the edge will be here. and then we'll clip from here down to one of those little stainless steel U's. In fact, I got one in my pocket. I can demonstrate. See right here, the stainless steel U will go right under here. See, and we'll clip. It won't go that way. It'll probably go that way. See, and then we'll clip it to that somehow. We'll angle this so that it keeps the hook in the center of this. Maybe we'll put it up. I don't know. Whatever angle works for that. And then, of course, we have our stainless steel carabiners that is actually going to be the ones that we clip on here. I got that in my pocket too. These are the new ones we just got. Yeah, so this here, and I'm going to pretend it's in this hole. We'll go from this hole to that loop that we weld on there. So it really won't be that one. It'll be the center one. But this one will basically clip in there, spin around like this, or actually like this, and then we'll clip it on the loop, and that'll keep it tight. That's how we tie it. We're not going to be using ropes and stuff. We're going to use these guys because these are easy on, easy off. So anyway, you got it, folks. That is the plan, and we will be back with more. Now we got to fold this up. We got to take all the clips off and roll it up and take it to the Mandaue Canvas, and they're going to do all the trimming and folding and welding and putting holes. The holes are welded holes, by the way. They're melted, this stuff. They add layers of this and then they melt through it, make it heavy duty. And again, like I said before, inside of the fold here, there's a rope in this edge all the way around to give it strength in the edge. And so that is what we're dealing with. So we will be back with more from my Paradise on Italian Island. See, I'm standing on the on the bow. Let's call it the bow because that's boat talk. The front of the boat, we'll say, here, and that's the back of the boat. And this is looking at the grand view from upstairs. All right, everybody, we got our tarpaulin folded up. That was kind of a miracle, getting it organized and unfolded. But that is the naked tarpaulin frame, and this is the tuxedo for the boat. And we got to take this with the holes marked in it over to Mandaue Canvas and have them cut it and put the holes in it, and hopefully everything goes well. If it doesn't, they can cut it and re-weld anything we need, so it can be modified just like everything here. We had to adjust the height of this. We just cut that thing down, cut these loose, dropped it down, re-welded everything, and boom, it was back. You wouldn't know it, but we had to do that, and the canvas may be the same way. I don't want it to be, but it may be the same way. So anyway, we will be back with more from my Paradise on Italian Island. Naked boat trimaran. Hey, everybody. Bye for now. What's all that white stuff? It's not snow. No, it's the tarpaulin. And we're clamping it down. We're clamping it down to these guys here. So I got the 3 holes here, and that one's clamped. We got the front one up there clamped. And I'm on top of the boat here. So as you can see, my feet, I'm standing on each side of the outer hull. And we're unfolding or sliding it back to the back there right now. So underneath here, we're looking like a tarpaulin. Almost should. This needs to be pulled tight, but that'll happen once we get this all dressed out first. So anyway, I got to keep pulling this stuff back, pulling it tight, getting everything. Like I said, I made 3 holes here for adjustment stuff in case I need to pull it tight or pull it this way or pull it that way. I got 3 holes here for however, but it's turning out that the hole, like this hole, was supposed to be perfectly in the center of this, and voila, pretty dang perfectly in the center. If that wasn't wrinkled there, it would be. So we're doing good. So far so good. We got the front sort of half done, yeah, and now we gotta drag all this back to there and get it done. So I'm gonna put the phone down because I cannot work in precarious situations with one hand and clamp a vise on. So we got to clamp that green vise on here. Now we're out of our little handy dandy fancy clamps like that. Those are nice, really nice. I've got 3 small ones that I bought, 4 small ones, 3, but I wish I had 6 or 8 of those little ones because they're perfect for this. So I'm going to clamp that. We put a little cardboard on both sides so it's not to pinch the material here. So we will be back with more. It's a tarpaulin on the boat. Bye for now. Hey y'all, check this out. We got the tarpaulin clamped on here, and this is what it looks like. I'm gonna have to swing around here to really see if I can give you guys a better view of this. Gotta watch out, there's some dog poop on the ground somewhere around here, so gotta be careful. So here we are. Everybody, it's a little slack right now, but when we weld the clips on, see the corners here, they need to pull another inch back. That one, well, they all are just about right, because if you, okay, so basically this thing here welds onto that in a fashion that's something like this. Of course, this is not the right width, but that is. And then this clips through the hole on the tarpaulin and clips onto here and holds the tarpaulin on. So those are the two doodads that we got to put on here on every corner where I got the 3 holes. You see this one here, I got the 3 holes here. That's 1, 2, and then there's a third one on the side going that way. And I'll pull this back tight. You can see we got a lot of slack here. That is the tarpaulin, and we got some people hanging their laundry. They've used my tarpaulin bamboo. There, that's it. We may eventually also put curtains, make some kind of curtains here that hang on, clip on to these. We'll put the same little carabiners on there and a little curtain with holes that match, and it'll hang down like that. And if we're camping at night, we can clip those on. And then have a little privacy in here, because this is a good bed to sleep on. That's a good bed to sleep on. And the width of this here, we can hang a hammock going across here and a hammock going across here. So there's four beds just like that. So we can sleep 4 pretty easily if we go, long distance fishing, long distance island hopping, exploring, wherever we want to go. So voila, we got tarpaulin, baby. It's a lot lighter than what I thought it would be, which is nice, because I was afraid it was gonna catch a lot of wind and stuff like that. But this is really pretty streamlined, really streamlined. I mean, I can see it here, but you got that, my friends, is the tarpaulin. Ta-da! And these holes line up nicely too. I might put clips on these corners too, right there, which I didn't plan on. See right here? Let me see if I can get the brightness. Yeah, see that little wing that sticks out? Well, I got a hole right there. Perfect placement for here, for putting a clip on there too, just to add another clip to the front. And the same with the back. It lines up on that side too. So that's nice. I think I can pull that forward some. Some of this, like I said, we're going to have to get some ropes and kind of cinch it. Cinch these, pull these in just a hair, an inch or two, and that'll put some nice tension on it and keep that tarpaulin nice and tight. So anyway, I'm just getting the water out of the boat, because that's our drain hole, by the way. We have those in the outer holes. They're little kayak plugs, so there's a little plastic plug with an O-ring that you screw in there from the inside and plug that drain hole. So she's getting it out. So anyway, kind of amazed that it's done so quickly, but it was, which is good, because if we have to take it down, it's actually just clips. So we're having to screw clamps in and whole things, but if we take it down, we can just unhook those little clips and we're done. And roll it up and boom, you're carrying it out here. Before it was all cut, it weighed about the same as a 5-gallon water jug. And now that it's trimmed all back, it's less, about more than half, but not that much more. So it's pretty easy to carry that tarpaulin. So anyway, we will be back with more from my paradise on the tiny island. Yeah, baby, we got tarpaulin. Hey, everybody, we're back at the tarpaulin. We're going to tighten these things up here and snug them up and get them lined up. See how that one's kind of drooping there? We're going to try to put it on top of there and tighten it up, pull it forward enough, do some adjustments here so it's ready for when the welder comes. We know exactly where everything goes. However, we have some of our sawhorses, our boat horses, whatever you want to call them, kind of broke down over the year. It's been a year plus building because of all the COVID lockdowns and stuff. We couldn't get out here. Typhoon blew all the electric out for almost 2 months. So anyway, what we've done, we propped the back up here with some tires. We found some old tires and we popped it up like that and got the sawhorse out, and now we got to rebuild it here. So that's what I'm going to do. I got some cocoa wood. We had a lot of extra cocoa wood around here somewhere. Oh, right there. This one. We're going to use some of this, some of that, some of that, some of that, some of that. Those, the hard cocoa wood we don't want to use. The softer stuff where it's easier to nail and cut, that's the stuff we want. That's what these were originally made from, is the softer stuff. So we're going to get to town on this and we will be back. Honey, we need nails. They're in the car. So I got to go get the nails before we start all this. So I'm going to go to the car, get the nails, and hammer, and we'll be back with more from my paradise on Mandaue Island. We'll fix our sawhorses. This one too, we're going to have to fix too. I have to repair this one. This is a quicker repair than that one. That one, you just got to repair that end and shore up this end here a little bit, and we'll be good to go. So we will be back with more from my paradise on Mandaue Island. That's everybody. We completed one sawhorse repair, and it looks pretty good, or good enough to get the job done. And the other one we got to get. The problem is I've got to pick this front of this boat up. Well, normally I can pick the front of this hole up just fine. However, it's connected in through the cross beams to this boat. So now I got to pick up this boat and that boat. Well, I can't pick them both up. They're too heavy. So we got to get some more manpower over here before we can pull this one out, slide this one in under there, repair that one, and then put it at the back of the back. The back's held up with tires, so we're kind of okay back here in the fronts. I mean, I've been climbing on these things a lot. So we seem to be good to go. I don't think they're gonna, well, we won't say things and put the hex on us. So anyway, this one's done. So we got this one all reinforced and restructured and patched it and everything, and now we've got to try to get these corners lined up and what have you. We snugged up the tarpaulin here. So now, I don't know if you can see, but it used to lay in that little, there's my finger, right there in that little V. It used to lay down there, but now, see, it's up above it. So that's good. We pulled it snug. All the edges are pretty snug. That one's got some slack, but the rain's got to drain off somewhere. If you tighten the edges all the way up and the center slacks, the rain pulls in there, and then there's a lot of weight, and you don't know what's going to happen. Not good stuff usually. So anyway, we got our snugged up. We got most of the line straight. After we weld the little hoops on here, let me see if I'm in. Yeah, after we weld the little hoops on here, we'll actually weld them so we can pull it, put a little extra, snug them up on them, and get them all snug. So right now, we're about as snug as we can get without really having clips and everything, but all of our holes are lining up nicely. And I think we're just about good to go here with that part, and time for the welder to come out and do his welding. I really don't like the fact that we're stick welding, because stick welding is kind of ugly like that. See the black and stuff? I mean, I can buff it off with a buffer, but I got to get up there and buff it. TIG welding is so nice and beautiful. I mean, TIG weld, a finished TIG weld looks like that. See that? That's just really clean and shiny. But stick welding is got flux and stuff, and it's kind of nasty, and it burns holes through this thin wall. And it's not that thin, but thin enough that stick welding, you just gotta kind of touch it, and just dab it on there. So anyway, really happy how it looks. Looks good. And we got our sawhorse under the front here, but thing is, this is the wide sawhorse. It really goes at the back, and the narrow sawhorse, which we got to repair now, goes at the front. So we're gonna have to switch them out again. and that one's done. We got a nice cloudy day and a windy day, and hopefully it doesn't rain, but it just got a nice breeze and stays cool. And now we gotta see this whole thing here. See, it's in pieces, shambles. So it's just falling apart. So we gotta rebuild this. I got some more cocoa wood. That's a little piece there, but I got another long piece there and one or two long pieces there. That's good wood to finish up these sawhorses, or boat horses. We'll call them boat horses. Seahorses. Seahorse, yeah, wow, that's pretty cool, huh? Seahorse, we're building seahorses. So anyway, we will be back with rebuilt seahorses. I guess it should stand like this because that's kind of right side up when it's bolted down. And tight tarpaulins. Paradise out. Bye for now. Hey everybody. Well, we got the sawhorses redone here. This one is rebuilt and holding up the back like it should. This one's rebuilt, holding up the front like it should. And we're just using whatever pieces of cocoa wood we got left over from all of our dealings. But they're temporary, and they don't need to live as long as they lived already, a year plus. This one we're going to have to rebuild here. You can see it's coming loose right there at the right there. It's coming loose, so we got to put a cross support, pull it in and put a cross support there. Take it out from under here. Good thing is we got those rubber tires that we can stick under the boats, and that'll hold it up while we do our repair. The front and back, both of those. These ones we've already repaired. They kind of look like a Dr. or Frankenstein type thing, but this one here we got to do too. That one's coming apart too. So that's only the center one. We've already done these two. We've done those two. Now we got to do these two, and then after that we can. Because the problem is if these are short, or even if they're collapsing, we got to climb on here. We got to do all kinds of things, and we don't want it to drop. And we got to get these holes lined up perfectly straight so that all of our cross beams can be slid in and out and bolted in and do all that, all the stuff they're supposed to do. And that means level. So we can't have these all collapsing and crushing because it has to be up level with these outer holes. So we'll do that next time. Tomorrow we will be back with more from my paradise on Italian Island. There is the tarpaulin. I'm quite proud of it, and I want to be even more proud once we get that welded and everything clipped in like it's supposed to be. This got too much stuff. See all this bamboo and stuff? I'm giving this to Celso because he can use it for whatever he wants to use it for if he wants it. But we got too much stuff. So once all that's gone, really, and the covers are all off the boat, you'll see a boat with a tarpaulin. So paradise out. Bye for now.